A lot of people like Notre Dame to appear in this first 12-team college football playoff. They've got a tough one to start, but a proving ground at Texas A&M to start the season. Steve Merrill joins us from Wager Talk right here at the Voice of College Football. You can join Steve for his NFL selections in college football from week to week there at wagertalk.com. Notre Dame, Texas A&M, this could be the game of the week in college football. And for many reasons, Steve, I believe that this game is more important to Notre Dame than any other outcome in week one.
I agree. I've been talking about this game a lot this week on different shows, and I point out that Notre Dame is an independent, so they do not have that automatic conference bid to get them into the playoffs as easily. And even though they're a semi-ACC team, their contractual obligation, I believe, is 5 ACC games per year. And, Mark, I was scanning the schedule earlier. I was like, they got Louisville, Georgia Tech, Florida State, Virginia. Why are they only playing 4 ACC games? I don't see SMU. Oh, that's right. Stanford's ACC now. I'm still getting used to this craziness. And that's, of course, a regular game for them. But, yeah, they got to win games like this because this is kind of like a bubble game in the NCAA tournament, like in late February for a team that's on the bubble for the NCAA bid. But what's so crazy is this bubble game's at the beginning of the season before we even hit September. So I do think it's extremely important for Notre Dame. Now, must win and will win are two different things, obviously. I do think a lot of times must-win teams have no line value. It's factored in. That is not the case here. In fact, my database simulation, 10,000 games, has Texas A&M winning by 2 points on average. The line opened 1. It's now 3. So although I do simulate Texas A&M winning by 2, the line value is actually with Notre Dame from a betting perspective. And at +3 or more, that's a very key number. Favorites win by exactly 10 points about 9 to 10% of the time in college football. This total has dropped from 49 down to 46. So it's projecting to be a pretty low-scoring game, which also means that +3 is even more valuable. I do feel Texas A&M is a better team overall, but Mike Elko in his first year there, whereas Freeman's in his third year at Notre Dame, teams often break out in that third season. So overall, big picture, A&M's probably the better team this season, but in week one, I think Notre Dame has some edges, and they do have some line value also at +3.
You can catch Steve's work at wagertalk.com, and we're happy once again for a 6th season to have Steve's Under the Radar pick exclusive here at the Voice of College Football. You do that by becoming a Patreon member or YouTube member. You'll hear the details here in just a second. Steve, we appreciate, as always, you stopping by.
Thanks, Mark.
College football is even more exciting with some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly Under the Radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.